Okay, hello. Please don't fall. It's day 76. No, holy moly. It's day 87 or 86, one of the two. And I have my breakfast here, and I'm in a rush, of course, because when am I ever not in a rush? Because I woke up a little late. But, what's it called? I have my oatmeal warming up, so here's my oatmeal when it's finished. And here's the macros for my breakfast. And here's my bread, my turkey, bacon, cheese, my 4 eggs, 84 grams egg white, spinach, and my delicious yogurt bowl, bread, and jam. Or bread with jam, I guess. But, what's it called? Today, I want to lock in on my classes. I want to work on my accounting homework, hopefully get it all done if I can. And then I definitely want to lock in on biology and start making the flashcards now and go over them after class and do that from every class from now on until my next exam so that I can be ready. And what else? Obviously hit the gym macros, cardio, stretch, read, and yeah, I was 169.4 I think this morning. So that's good, I guess. It's definitely higher than yesterday. But also, my dad is making milanesa today. Yesterday, he was like, "Do you want some tomorrow?" And I, of course, couldn't say no. So I will be eating that later. But also have ground beef in my fridge that's been sitting there for a while. So I do want to make sure it doesn't go bad. It should be like 3 days worth, or 2 if I'm greedy. But yeah, that's it for now. So I will see y'all when I am eating my second meal. Goodbye. Okay, I hope y'all can see me good. But I have my second meal here. I am outside again because I'm at school like I should be. And it's like 11:30 right now. And I have my bio class in a little, but I did sleep during my accounting class, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm low-key confused, but it's okay. We will prevail somehow, some way. But anyways, here's the macros for this meal. And here's my meal of potatoes and chicken, which is under those potatoes. But yes, I will see y'all when I am at home doing whatever I'm doing next, probably talking about what I read or eating dinner. So goodbye. Hello. Hello you. And like I said yesterday, I have milanesa for dinner. I don't know why my phone just moved, but I have milanesa for dinner. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slices of keto bread, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of potato which were left over, and 3 milanesa things. So I did my best to track them, but take these macros for the final meal with a grain of salt, and here they are. But well, let me just show y'all. Of course, I have to show y'all. There's 1, 2, and then there's one underneath, and then there's the potatoes, and then there's the breads. But what else? Please, thank you. Yeah, what's left today is to read, and that's it. So yeah, I went to the gym, I hit back. It was a good back day, but I was there forever because I was low-key just wasting time, I feel like. But it's not like I was in a rush for anything. So also, I didn't really work on any accounting homework today because I'm low-key lost. But I'll try to tomorrow, but I do have plans tomorrow. So I think I want to be up early, like around 10 would be ideal. Eat at 10, go to the gym at like 2 or 3, and then I probably won't have my second meal because I'm going to the movies, and who knows what I'll eat there. So I kind of just want to brace for impact, if you know what I mean. But yeah, then I work the next day. So yeah. Anyways, I think that's all there is to discuss for now. So I'm also going to the movies on Friday. So you know, I just can't get enough apparently. But I will see y'all when I am talking about what I read. Goodbye. Okay, hello, and welcome to my daily talk about what I read. And today, I still have 2 more chapters in Deuteronomy, but these 2 chapters that I read really felt like the finale of Moses' story with the Israelites. So I read chapters 31 and 32 of Deuteronomy, and 31 is titled "The Lord's Leadership," and it basically says, once Moses had finished speaking these words to Israel, so like all the things that we basically have read in Deuteronomy, once he finished saying this to Israel, he said to them, I am now 120 years old and am no longer able to go out and come in. Besides, the Lord has said to me, do not cross this Jordan. It is the Lord your God who will cross before you. He will destroy these nations before you that you may dispossess them. And then in like parentheses it says, it is Joshua who will cross before you as the Lord promised. The Lord will deal with them just as he dealt with Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amorites, and with their country when he destroyed them. When therefore the Lord delivers them up to you, you shall deal with them according to the whole commandment which I have given you. Be strong and steadfast, have no fear or dread of them, for it is the Lord your God who marches with you. He will never fail you or forsake you. So remember, Moses is not allowed to cross into the promised land because him and I think they mention it later, so I'll read it when they say it. So the next part is titled the Call of Joshua, and that says, then Moses summoned Joshua and in the presence of all of Israel said to him, be strong and steadfast, for you shall bring this people into the land which the Lord your God swore to your ancestors he would give them. It is you who will give them possession of it. It is the Lord who goes before you. He will be with you and will never fail you or forsake you, so do not fear or be dismayed. And then the next part is titled the Reading of the Law. It says, when Moses had written down this law, he gave it to the Levitical priests who carry the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord, and to all the elders of Israel. Moses commanded them, saying, on the Feast of Booths, at the prescribed time, in the year for remission, which comes at the end of every 7-year period, when all Israel goes to appear before the Lord your God, in the place which he will choose, you shall read this law aloud in the presence of all of Israel. Assemble the people, men, women, and children, as well as the resident aliens who live in your communities, that they may hear and so learn to fear the Lord your God and to observe carefully all the words of his law. Their children also who do not know it yet shall hear and learn to fear the Lord your God as long as you live on the land which you are about to cross the Jordan to possess. So basically, every 7 years, they're just going to get a reminder of these laws. The next part is commission to Joshua. And it says, the Lord said to Moses, the time is now approaching for you to die. Summon Joshua and present yourselves at the tent of meeting so that I may commission him. So Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves at the tent of meeting, and the Lord appeared at the tent in a column of cloud. The column of cloud stood at the entrance of the tent. And then this part, it's just like kind of disappointing to read, but we shouldn't really be surprised. It's titled A Command to Moses. It said, the Lord said to Moses, soon you will be at rest with your ancestors, and then this people will prostitute themselves by following the foreign gods among whom they will live in the land they are about to enter. They will forsake me and break the covenant which I have made with them. At that time my anger will flare up against them. I will forsake them and hide my face from them. They will become a prey to be devoured, and much evil and distress will befall them. At that time they will indeed say, is it not because our God is not in our midst that these evils have befallen us? Yet I will surely hide my face at that time because of all the evil they have done in the turning to other gods. Now write out this song for yourselves, teach it to the Israelites, and have them recite it, so that this song may be a witness for me against the Israelites. For when I have brought them into the land flowing with milk and honey, which I promised on oath to their ancestors, and they have eaten and are satisfied and have grown fat, if they turn to other gods and serve them, despising me and breaking my covenant, then, when great evil and distress befall them, this song will speak to them as a witness, for it will not be forgotten if their descendants recite it. For I know that they are inclined to do even at the present time before I have brought them into the land which I promised on oath. So Moses wrote this song that same day, and he taught it to the Israelites. So this song is written in the next chapter. So the next part of this chapter, chapter 31, is a commission of Joshua, and then it says, Then he commissioned Joshua, son of Nun, and said to him, Be strong and steadfast, for it is you who will bring the Israelites into the land which I promised them on oath. I myself will be with you. And then the next part is called the law placed in the ark. It says, When Moses had finished writing out on a scroll the words of this law in their entirety, Moses gave the Levites who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord this order: Take this book of the law and put it beside the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, that there it may be a witness against you. For I already know how rebellious and stiff-necked you will be. Why, even now, while I am alive among you, you have been rebels against the Lord. How much more than after I am dead? So Moses is basically saying, like, y'all need to keep these laws written down, somewhere to, like, basically always be a reminder to y'all, because even when I'm alive and I've done, like, all these things, y'all still, go against the Lord. So what's going to happen once I'm gone? Assemble all your tribal elders and your officials before me, that I may speak these words for them to hear, and so may call heaven and earth to witness against them. For I know that after my death you are sure to act corruptly and to turn aside from the way which I commanded you, so that evil will befall you in time to come, because you have done what is evil in the Lord's sight and provoked him by your deeds. And then the final sentence is titled the Song of Moses. It says, Then Moses recited the words of this song in their entirety for the whole assembly of Israel to hear. Now we go to chapter 32, and this song is very long. It's 44 lines, so I won't be reading all of it today, but if you're curious, you can search it up and read it yourself. It's probably titled The Song of Moses, because that's what it's titled here. But after the entire song is recited, the next part of chapter 32 of Deuteronomy is titled The Final Appeal. It says, When Moses had finished speaking all these words to all Israel, he said to them, Take to heart all the words that I am giving in witness against you today, words you should command your children, that they may observe carefully every word of this law. For this is no trivial matter for you, but rather your very life. By this word you will enjoy long life on the land you are crossing the Jordan to possess. So I like that last line. It's very straightforward. Obviously, he's telling the Israelites that their life has been, their life is in their own hands, I guess. And that they shouldn't take these commandments lightly. And then the final part, which is a little sad, is titled Moses Looks Upon Canaan. And so this is kind of the reminder. It says, On that very day the Lord said to Moses, Ascend this mountain of the Abarim, Mount Nebo, in the land of Moab, facing Jericho, and view the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the Israelites as a possession. Then you shall die on the mountain you are about to ascend, and shall be gathered to your people, just as your brother Aaron died on Mount Hor, and there was gathered by his people, because both of you broke faith with me among the Israelites at the waters of Meribah, Kadesh, and the wilderness of Zin. And then it says, You did not manifest my holiness among the Israelites. So he's basically reminding him of when the Israelites were complaining about the fact that they had no water and that they were going to starve and that they should have stayed in Egypt and, remain slaves. And the Lord basically said, Go take the staff, hit this rock, and give them water. And Moses and Aaron, I guess? I feel like it wasn't Aaron, but I guess Moses and Aaron did as he commanded, but they didn't give credit to the Lord, and they basically just said, here, quit complaining. And then the last line is, You may indeed see the land from a distance, but you shall not enter that land which I am giving to the Israelites. So I'm assuming that this is the end of Moses' story, which is a little sad, considering, we've been reading about Moses since I don't even know, since forever, since we were back in Egypt and he was just a little youngin'. So, but yeah, that is the two chapters that I read today, which were two good chapters, two interesting chapters, two sad chapters, even some would say. But yeah, it's currently 9:46, so basically 10. And all I have to do now is edit yesterday's video. Honestly, I'll probably edit today's video as well, just to be on that grind set mindset. But what else? I also need to register for classes. for next semester. So, and I don't want to wait too long because then I'll be stuck with the most chopped professors of all time, or the most chopped options and schedule, etc. But yeah, that is it for now. So here's the macros for the whole day. And yeah, like if you want, comment if you want, subscribe if you want, and I will see y'all tomorrow when I'm shaved. So say goodbye to this on my face. And of course, thank you very much for watching this if you are watching this. Goodbye.